I think I'm in love with you.
Well, you might as well just come in then.
The quaint Philadelphia streets, once so familiar, now blurred into a distant memory. My life, once a simple tapestry of thread and dreams, had taken an extraordinary turn. As a seamstress with aspirations of becoming a fashion designer, I never could have imagined that love would lead me to the heart of a fairy tale with a real-life prince. My name is Emily, and this is my love story. Leo, a whirlwind of charm, intelligence, and a hidden royal identity, swept me off my feet. Our first encounter, within the walls of my father's tailor shop, ignited a spark that would forever change the course of my life. In less than a year, he'd woven himself into the fabric of my life, and I was already dreaming of our first Christmas together. His kindness, gentle spirit, and unwavering support were intoxicating. The soft glow of candlelight cast an intimate ambience on the evening as Leo and I settled into our table at the quaint restaurant. As we gazed into each other's eyes, a newfound seriousness flickered in Leo's gaze. "Emily," he began, his voice low and deliberate, "there's something I need to tell you." My heart pounded in my chest, a mix of anticipation and a strange sense of foreboding. "I'm a prince," he confessed, his words hanging heavy in the air. "Prince Leopold of Cordinia." Shock rippled through me, leaving me momentarily speechless. My Leo, the man who had captured my heart with his gentle spirit and infectious laughter, was royalty? The realization was both exhilarating and terrifying. As he explained his impending departure for Christmas and extended an invitation to join him, my mind raced. Leaving my father alone during the holidays was a daunting thought, but the allure of this extraordinary adventure pulled at my heartstrings. I found myself accepting, eager to embrace the unknown and discover the depths of this fairy tale romance. Cordinia was a fairy tale come to life, with its grand castle and rolling hills. Yet my introduction to the royal family, particularly Queen Isadora, was far from enchanting. Leo introduced me as his girlfriend, and her icy gaze and dismissive tone made it clear that she disapproved of my commoner status. She then coldly ordered for me to be escorted to the Gold Room, the farthest room in the castle from Leo's, with a dreary view of the cemetery. Dinner was a tense affair. Queen Isadora, ever the dramatic hostess, served a plate of haggis, a dish renowned for its acquired taste. I took a bite, feigning enthusiasm as I savored the unexpected flavor. Her expression of surprise was priceless. Perhaps she had underestimated the adventurous palate of a commoner. But one thing was certain, Leo and I shared moments of pure joy amidst the royal formalities. He taught me the graceful art of fencing, the elegance of the waltz, and guided me through the labyrinthine corridors of the castle. His touch, his smile, made every challenge worthwhile. Our shared mission to crack the stoic expressions of the palace guards became a source of amusement. Though our attempts were met with unwavering seriousness, our laughter echoed through the halls, a testament to our growing bond. Our excursions into town were filled with unexpected adventures. Disguised in sunglasses and a baseball cap, Leo and I explored the bustling market and stumbled upon an orphanage selling Christmas trees. Leo's generosity knew no bounds as he purchased all the trees, drawing a crowd of admiring townsfolk. Back at the castle, the arrival of Natasha, invited by the Queen, cast a shadow over our burgeoning romance. Her nostalgic glances and shared memories with Leo pierced my heart. As Natasha reminisced about her past with Leo, a pang of jealousy shot through me. I tried to hide my disappointment, but it was clear that the Queen was determined to undermine our relationship. The looming royal dinner filled me with dread. As the dinner unfolded, I committed a series of social faux pas. The silence that followed was deafening. After the disastrous dinner, the Queen and Natasha hatched a plan to further isolate me. They arranged a coordinated horse ride with Leo, leaving me alone in the castle on Christmas Eve, a deliberate attempt to undermine our relationship, and it stung. The anticipation for the Christmas Day ball was palpable. The Queen's gift, a vintage engagement dress, was a thinly veiled attempt to sabotage my appearance. The outdated dusty pink gown was a far cry from the glamorous ensemble I envisioned. Undeterred, I transformed the drab dress into a stunning masterpiece. The grand staircase loomed before me, a stage for a grand entrance. I took a deep breath, the weight of the Queen's expectations and Leo's love heavy on my shoulders. As I descended the stairs, I could feel the eyes of the room on me. But it was Leo's gaze that held the most significance, a mix of surprise and admiration that filled my heart with warmth. He was proud of me, and that was all that mattered. I navigated the ballroom with newfound confidence, and as the music swelled, Leo and I danced. As I gracefully moved across the dance floor, he looked at me with a mixture of surprise and admiration. Before I could savor the moment, Natasha swooped in, interrupting our connection. As they waltzed together, a pang of jealousy shot through me. I retreated to the familiar comfort of the kitchen. I began to teach two of the staff how to make hoagies, a taste of home. Then the Queen stormed in, fired both of them, and told me outright that Leah belongs with a royal, not a commoner. In that moment, I realized the depth of her prejudice and the insurmountable obstacles in our path. I found solace in my room, the weight of the Queen's disapproval heavy on my heart. I began packing my belongings, preparing to return to the simple life I once knew. Then I heard a knock on the door. It was Leo. His eyes held a mixture of hope and despair. "Emily," he began, his voice barely a whisper. "I have to ask you something." He knelt before me, a velvet box in his hand. "Will you marry me?" My heart pounded in my chest. I loved him more than anything, but I knew the reality of our situation. The Queen would never accept me. I had to be realistic. With a heavy heart, I declined his proposal. "I can't," I whispered, tears welling up in my eyes. As I walked away, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was leaving a part of myself behind. I had experienced love, joy, and heartbreak all within the walls of this grand castle. Back in the familiar streets of Philly, a sense of longing washed over me. I missed the grandeur of the castle, the quirky charm of the staff, and, most importantly, Leo. Then I spotted a familiar figure standing across the street. Leo. My heart skipped a beat. He proposed again, his love as unwavering as ever. And then, to my astonishment, the Queen was in the sleek limousine. She apologized for her past behavior and offered her blessing. Overwhelmed by his persistence and the Queen's unexpected approval, I said yes. Our wedding day was a whirlwind of emotions. We exchanged vows in a quaint church on the castle grounds. As we shared our first kiss as husband and wife, a light snowfall began to fall. It was a magical moment, a perfect day to our extraordinary love story.